Hey, what's going on today, YouTube? So it's been quite a while since I've made kind of like a little bit of a blog update video, and that's what today is going to be. So let's go ahead and get started on that. And before we get started today, I do have crappy audio today because I'm using these plug-in headphones instead of my mic setup as normal. So that's not going to stop me from making a video, and we're just going to go ahead and get started. So if you've been following my channel for a while, you may have noticed that I haven't really been updating much on my progress, and I've kind of disappeared for the last couple of months. So recently I've been really busy with school. I'm about to graduate as a senior, and so I've been really focusing in on my projects and just trying to get out of school with a good grade and a nice project. So I've really been focusing in on that, and that's been taking up a lot of the majority of my time, so I haven't been able to come out with content on YouTube as often as I would like to. So that's kind of where I've been at right now. I've just been really tied up with school, so it's been taking up a lot of my time. The next thing I kind of want to talk about is how have with all that time taken, like how have my Japanese studies been? Honestly, my Japanese studies have slowed down to a level that has been pretty slow. I wouldn't say that it's been spectacular. The level that it's been at has been pretty low in my opinion. I wish I could do a little bit more time, or I should be doing a little bit more time in studying Japanese, but I've been spending a lot of time on my grades and my homework, and so I've only been able to dedicate about, I'd say, 30 minutes to an hour per day for Japanese, because not that I don't have free time, but it's kind of like my mental capacity. Definitely I have more free time than that during the day, but generally I use that for doing other type of stress relieving type of stuff, and just hanging out with other people. So I've been taking a little bit of a, I guess you could call it a hiatus / break from the crazy Japanese immersion type stuff, but that 1 hour, that 30 minutes to 1 hour really only consists of what my active study is. I do in fact still listen on a day-to-day basis, mostly just Japanese audio, so hopefully that helps a little bit in terms of immersion, but my active studies have been quite low. If you want to say compare it from my, say, Anki, I've literally only created about, I'd say, 10 to 15 new cards these past 2 months, which is absolutely nothing in terms of Anki. Like, I should be creating new cards every single day, and yeah, so I've really been slacking on that, but it's been really slow for my Japanese studies. It's kind of a given though, just because of that, where I'm at for my school semester. And so I'm still studying every single day in terms of Anki. It's just kind of just making sure that I show up every day for my Anki reps and making sure that I don't fall behind on those, just because of how the spaced repetition kind of process works. And so I show up every day for my Anki studies, and that literally only takes about 15 minutes a day. And so it's not too bad. However, a couple of things to note in my Anki studies, just because I think that I haven't been doing as much active studying, is my a lot of cards are leeching, and so I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Over time you're gonna forget things, and so you just need to refresh your memory to really reinforce it in your memory, long-term memory. And so I think it's a good thing that some of these cards are becoming leeches. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what my status on the Refold JP1K deck is. This is the old one though, and I believe I have a bunch of leeches, but I think most of the cards are mature now, and there are only a few that I really struggle with. And so that is kind of how my Japanese studies have been recently. If you've seen my channel recently, I have been doing some conversations on Hanayoku, and so that has been going pretty well in my opinion. It's fantastic that, or to me, it's a little bit, I never thought I'd be able to kind of convey my thoughts and speak at a rudimentary level, even in Japanese, after about a year. And so I am personally pretty happy with my studies, how they've been going so far in terms of results. And yeah, we'll go ahead and leave it at that for where I've been at with my Japanese studies. I kind of want to move in terms of where I am moving forward in my Japanese studies. So it's been about a year, and I've kind of reached that milestone for many people. That year mark is a big thing for many, and it's a big thing for me. So I'm really glad I got that year over, but that doesn't mean my Japanese studies end here. I'm going to continue on studying, and I'm going to continue on making more cards as I've said, once some time clears up for me this semester, once the semester is over, I'm gonna go ahead and dive back into Anki and making it a little bit more, making some more cards so I can learn some more words, and just continuing with my day-to-day studies. Nothing too crazy. I'm not gonna be doing 1,000 cards in a week on Anki because that one was pretty wild over summer, and I'm just gonna be going at it, showing up every day to my studies, and over time that is going to work in almost, I believe, every skill. Is if you show up to it every single day, if you practice it every single day, being consistent with it will yield results, and so that is what I am believing in at this current moment. And so I do want to focus in, however, on a couple of different skills though. Me personally, I want to be able to read at a much higher level than I am right now. So I don't really care so much about speaking. I really just want to be able to read and comprehend higher level documents. As I've been learning this year, I would love to be able to, well, first let me back up. If you all may know, I am an engineering student, so I would love to be able to comprehend engineering documents and be able to read technical documents on Japanese forums, and basically anything Japanese. And so that would require quite a big boost in my comprehension for reading. And so that's going to be a big hill to climb, but that is one goal that I'm working towards. I would love to be able to consume and actually comprehend and apply engineering style, engineering knowledge from Japanese stuff into my practice after school. And so that is one big goal that I have. So that's why I want to focus more on my reading and comprehension skills rather than learning how to speak, etc. On an off note, personally, I think reading comprehension and listening have really, in my personal experience, improved my ability to actually speak. So the only times that I actually ever speak Japanese is on the Hanayoku or the Italki conversation that you've seen on YouTube, and that's it. I've never practiced anywhere else, and so the fact that I'm able to at least convey the thoughts that I'm trying to in a rudimentary level is good enough for now. And I think that skill is only going to improve the more that I listen and the more that I comprehend, the more that I build my kind of passive vocabulary, so to speak. And so those are my plans moving forward, and that's the big goal that I have in mind. And so I'll be working on that every day just to slowly increase my vocabulary and my understanding for that. And that's about it. I do plan on making some more YouTube content as always. I do want to continue making the YouTube content. I was looking through my YouTube and I actually realized I didn't update on my 1 year of study. So I'm going to be doing a recap video of the methods that I use, of why I started, etc. And that's going to be coming out on my YouTube channel probably within the next couple of weeks. We'll see how my projects go and my school, so just depends on that. A couple of big things are maybe like what I would do to improve upon my year of study, how I might make it more efficient, and maybe some insight that I have about the tools that I use over the past year. So that video is going to be coming up pretty soon, and so just stay tuned for that. I believe this is going to be it for this video. So if you've been following my journey so far, thank you very much. I'm almost at 500 subscribers, so it's pretty exciting on my end. And so yeah, I'll see y'all in a future video. If you like my content, please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps me out and really continues my motivation for it. And so, as always, good luck in your studies out there, and I will see y'all later.